One of the vital functions of the United States government is to establish and maintain diplomatic relations with other countries. In every friendly and civilized nation in the world, there is an American embassy or legation. Whether it is Paris or Cairo, Shanghai, or any other remote outpost, the most reliable and confidential means of communication is the courier service. Armed only with his passport, the courier, like a global postman, delivers the top secret dispatches of our government.
Pass, Bela.
Name?
Stephen McQuinn.
Profession?
Diplomatic courier.
Suppose he doesn't take me to Dr. Bartok.
He will.
But for the sake of argument, if he...
Have you ever known Klafka to be wrong? Well, if Klafka says he will get you to Dr. Bartok, he will.
On dolazi, brzo, neka izgleda dobro.
This is Geneva, isn't it? For a minute, I thought it was Chicago. Looked like an old-fashioned grab.
You are an American?
The name's McQuinn. Steve McQuinn. I work for Uncle Sam. You're not afraid of me, are you? What's your name?
Alexander Teleki.
I'm glad to know you.
You will report me. I have no papers.
Look, relax. I'm a diplomatic courier, not a policeman. What do those characters want?
They wish to take me back to Budapest. There are certain peoples there who are interested in me.
Oh? Why?
I cannot tell you. Please, do not think me ungrateful, and thank you for helping me.
Now, wait a minute. Where are you going?
I must find some place to hide.
You got any ideas?
I will manage.
Well, suppose those Rover boys come back again.
Never. I will kill myself first.
If you come along with me.
You do not understand. I am in this country illegally. I have no papers.
Well, Jenny won't ask for any.
Jenny?
Yeah, Jenny Harris. She works in the consulate. Very smart girl. Never asks any embarrassing questions. Come on.
There's certainly nothing wrong with his appetite.
Have another sandwich? There's plenty more, so don't be shy.
I wish you were that concerned about me. I haven't eaten since noon.
Remind me to buy you dinner.
I've been reminding you since last October.
I'll pick you up at 9 tonight. Want some more coffee?
You know, the consul won't mind your using this office to play Salvation Army, but where do you go from here?
Oh, I'll think of something.
The last time you thought of something, Bulgaria almost declared war.
I'm making trouble for you.
Oh, no, he makes his own. He's got a patent.
Look, Alex, don't you know anyone in Geneva? Then why are they after you? Now, you've got to trust us.
My name is Alexander Teleki.
Any relation to the Alexander Teleki?
He was my grandfather.
You never heard of Alexander Teleki? He wrote the Constitution of Hungary, that's all. Woodrow Wilson called him...
Of course. Right after World War I. And you're his grandson?
The Ruskies want him back. You must have been one of their prize exhibits.
Oh, yes. I was a prize calf. I was carefully groomed and fed, and my stall was the finest. It was good propaganda. I was proof if my grandfather were still alive, he would be a member of the party.
All of this doesn't solve the problem at hand. He's in this country illegally. Where are you going to stash him?
There must be some Hungarian who... Dr. Bartok.
Are you out of your mind? You know they wouldn't let you within yodeling distance of him.
For your information, Dr. Bartok was a personal friend of mine. I saw him at my last trip. Do you know him?
Well, what did you expect? You don't think the Reds are going to let them teach about Bartok in the schools?
He's a great man, Alex. And I'm fussy how I use the word great. He won the Nobel Prize for Peace. And it could just as easily have been for science. I'm going to take you to him.
You can't, Steve. It wouldn't be fair. You know how his broadcasts to Hungary have been hurting them. There have been a dozen attempts on his life. One only last month.
Well, you don't think that Alex here is going to...
I didn't say that. I only meant...
Please. Please, I don't wish you to quarrel over me. You're such good friends.
Well, what are you waiting for? You better hurry if you're going to pick me up at 9. And Steve, I have a new dress that'll make you glad you came to Geneva.
Yes.
Is Dr. Bartok in?
You have an appointment?
No, but I'm Steve McQuinn. I'm sure he'll see me.
Dr. Bartok would see anyone if we permitted it.
You don't understand. This is Alexander Teleki's grandson. He just escaped from Hungary.
Oh. Come in, please. Teleki's grandson.
That's right. Will you tell Dr. Bartok, please?
Will you inform Dr. Bartok that Stephen McQuinn is here? I know he has no appointment, but he has Teleki's grandson. Yes. How should I know how he escaped? He's here. This is the important thing. Inform Dr. Bartok. You will excuse me. Empty your pockets, please. This will be returned when you leave. You will forgive me.
Horvath! Fiam! Drago! Fiam te polno vagyok. Sándor unokája. Forgive me if I'm emotional, but Telek is grandson, and you brought him to me.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Doctor.
Come.
Please. I have not finished searching him yet.
But it's Telek's grandchild.
You are a great man, Doctor, but in many ways a child. You do not appreciate what your enemies might do.
You see the respect they give me? Now I'm a child.
Prizes he wins for logic, but no reason with him. A child, like I said.
Are you through, Mr. Sherlock Holmes?
No. Open your bundle, please. What is this?
A bottle of wine. It came from my grandfather's province.
From Tokaj. Oh, this is the nicest wine in the world, Stephen. I will give you champagne, but to a Hungarian there is nothing like Tokaj also. You shall see for yourself. We shall have a goulash.
With Spatzen?
What else? What are you doing?
Calling the cook.
Actually, I'm a very bad cook, but the goulash I know how to make. And the cook has worked very hard today. Now, will you supper with me, my friends?
Our pleasure, Doctor.
You can see, he belongs to the diplomatic corps. He lies so beautifully. Now, come. You aren't eating.
Well, I had rather a late lunch.
I left out something. I always leave out something. Explain me something, Stephen. Einstein I can follow. Why should I have so much trouble with the recipe?
Well, when you start adding a teaspoon of this to a tablespoon of that, you get into higher mathematics. Well, don't worry, Doctor. We still have the wine.
Let me open it, please.
It's all right. There's a corkscrew on the sink. A wonderful boy, no? I will taste the wine, Steve, the likes of which you never tasted.
It slipped.
Did you cut yourself?
I ruined everything.
Shall I tell you something? It's just as well. Wine gives me heartburn.
Will you excuse me? I'm certainly very tired.
Of course. I will take you to your room.
Oh, please, do not trouble. I know where it is.
You seemed awfully upset.
That's my fault. I made too much fuss about the wine. I'm always saying the wrong thing. His grandfather was just the opposite. If you only could have known him.
You really must give the Swiss credit. They make excellent chocolate. Oh, I'm sorry, comrade. Please continue.
There is nothing more to tell. The bottle just slipped out of my hands. It was inexcusable.
Oh, perhaps you're being too severe on yourself. I find it incredible. The bottle just slipped out of your hands.
I was nervous. I just couldn't help myself.
On this we agree. You could not help yourself. You were so overcome by this man's personality, you could not bring yourself to destroy him.
I swear, Comrade Klavka,
Oh, I do not blame you. You are young and impressionable. It's a little wonder you were taking him...
This is not true. He's a kind, decent man. He never saw me before, and yet he was like a father to me. A man like this is a...
A saint?
Yes.
And we are devils, eh?
I did not say that.
No, but the inference is plain. So I may as well play the part. You will kill Dr. Bartok. Oh, yes. You have no choice. It is either your life or his. Believe me, my boy, you are getting a wonderful bargain.
How do you like this one?
It's very cute. Who are they?
Alex's father and mother. I painted it in Vienna. At one time, I had ambitions to be an artist.
They look like brother and sister.
They were both very fair. Blonde hair and blue eyes. They were lovely children. Her father was Teleki's secretary, so they grew up together. Like a storybook, no? You know something? He shall have this.
It's funny.
I admit it's not much of a present.
No, I was thinking of something else. Tell me, is there any question in your mind that he's their son?
Is there a question in yours?
What happened to them?
They were killed in an automobile accident in 1945.
Say, why don't we give this to Alex now?
The poor boy is asleep.
Oh, I doubt it. He was real brought down. This might pick him up.
Tell me something, Stephen. You have no ulterior motive?
You see? Absolutely nothing up my sleeves.
All right. So long as we do not wake him, come. I told you he would be asleep. You shouldn't. So the surprise we'll keep till tomorrow.
And if he's in there, he should have heard that.
Like a baby, no?
Yeah. Look, if you don't mind, I'd like to borrow this. I mean, just until tomorrow.
You are acting very strangely.
No, I just thought I'd like to have it framed.
Please accept my apology. You are a very thoughtful man. You have wonderful ideas.
Yeah. Sometimes I get one that even floors me.
Hello?
Hello, Jenny. Guess who this is?
Why, you no good double-crossing.
Oh, now, Jenny, that's a fine way to talk to a man who wants to see you.
When?
Right now.
And I suppose after that you'll want to show me your etchings.
How'd you guess?
Steve.
Look, meet me at the Brasserie Suisse in 20 minutes.
Make it 10. With a man like you, I can't afford to take chances. Very pretty.
Doesn't it bother you?
There's only one thing that bothers me, Mr. McQuinn. This is the first time a man ever asked me to see his etchings and meant it. I must be slipping.
I'm serious, Jenny.
You think I'm not?
Did you ever have a hunch you were used as a patsy? Well, that's how I feel about Alex. Don't ask me why.
Don't worry, I won't.
You know, when I took him to Bartok's, I had a feeling I was being followed. Then when I left, I had that same feeling again.
And how do you feel now?
Ditto.
Him?
Unless I miss my guess, he's one of the trio that tried to grab Alex. Take care of the check, honey. I'll buzz you as soon as I can. Grab onto this.
Man.
Surprise, huh? Remember me? I'm the fellow who was in the cafe. Took a shortcut through the alley.
What is the meaning of this? Why are you following me?
That's funny. That's exactly what I was going to ask you.
You are mistaken, Mr. McQuinn.
Oh, you know my name. What's yours?
That is none of your concern.
You know, I'm rapidly being forced to a horrible conclusion. If you know me, then I wasn't an innocent bystander when you attempted to kidnap Alex.
Will you let me by?
And if I wasn't an innocent bystander, then the whole thing was a plot. And Alex was a part of it. If I'm not the world's prize chump.
Did I disturb you? Come in, my son. We looked in on you a little while ago. You were asleep.
I was not asleep. I was pretending. Are you surprised? So, nothing surprises you. Suppose I told you I was not Teleke's grandchild. Well, I am not.
This already I figured.
You lie.
A gouache recipe I cannot understand, but the laws of nature I do. Your father and mother, excuse me, Paul Teleke and his wife, had blue eyes. Yours are brown.
So?
So it is impossible for blue-eyed parents to have brown-eyed offspring. I think this is what distressed Stephen. He felt something was wrong.
It is not true.
Believe me, my son, it is called the Mendelian law.
No. I mean that you knew all this and did not turn me over to the police.
You think I would do a thing like that?
Why not? If you knew I was your enemy.
Enemy? Such an ugly word. So you do not like my ideas and we disagree, but enemies... Hello? Yes, Stephen, how are you?
Never mind me. The question is, how are you?
How should I be? When at my age I've gained a son.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Not now, Stephen. You will forgive me if I'm abrupt, but I'm very tired. Good night, my boy, and God bless you.
But, Doctor...
That was our friend, Mr. McQuinn. He was concerned for me.
He had a reason. Well, what have you to say now, Dr. Bartok?
What could I say, Alex?
I told you my name is not Alex.
I'm sorry, my son.
And I am not your son. Can't you get this through your head? Or are you too senile? I am not your son.
Forgive me. I have always hoped for one. And he would have been just like you.
You must take me for an idiot. I am not a child to be flattered by pretty speeches. I know you for what you are. A poseur, an actor.
Those are not your words, my son.
I told you not to call me that.
Why do you provoke yourself? Is it necessary so you can bring yourself to shoot me?
No. See, I am perfectly calm. Do you believe in prayer? Or is that another one of your hypocrisies?
I do believe in prayer.
Well, I will give you exactly 30 seconds to say yours. All through, Doctor? You finished praying for yourself?
I was praying for you. For all the others like you in the world. I asked him to be merciful. For we are all his children. Whatever our political testament. All right, my son, I'm ready.
I can't. I can't.
You too? You believe the only way to settle things is with a gun? Thank you for bringing a son home